guys, welcome back to the channel. Just heading out south again this weekend, south-southwest. It's about a 4.5 hour drive out into New South Wales. Camping on the Condamine River, so there's a couple of areas I've scoped here on Gaia maps that look pretty good. A couple of other camp areas in case I can't find somewhere wild to camp. But the real challenge this weekend is going to be the weather. There's a 50% chance of rain this weekend, I should say. So that will be the biggest challenge, and I'm always interested to hear people's comments on this type of thing. If you're going camping, at what point do you say, no, I'm not going camping because it's going to rain? Now for me it has to be north of 70% chance of rain, so if it's saying it's going to be raining pretty much 3/4 of the time, then yeah, it's not worth going camping, just sitting inside a tent in the rain. But on a day like today where it's been sunshine this morning, there's some clouds coming in low over the hill, which I'll show you on the camera in a moment. The chances are about 50-50, so on that basis it sounds more like showers as opposed to heavy rain all weekend. So the odd shower here and there I can deal with. I've brought along a lightweight tarp to set up some cover as well, just for cooking under and so forth, in case it does rain. But other than that, I'm pretty happy to take the chance on the rain turning up, because for me camping is a way of stress relief. I work in the corporate world, so it's all about trying to get out and getting away from all the spreadsheets and emails and all the work that goes on dealing with large corporates, not-for-profits, charities and the like, and all the politics and everything that goes on in that world. So to me, it takes a lot before I won't be going camping on a long weekend, or on any weekend I should say. So look, that's just my thoughts on this, but as I said, we'll see how it turns out. And that will be my challenge for the weekend though, is whether it rains and how we deal with it. So thanks for coming along on this adventure, and I'll chat to you further as we get closer to the area. Well, we're just in the mountains now, so the temperature dropped 4 degrees Celsius down to 16. The road's got patches of moisture on it, where it's obviously been raining this morning. So it looks like we are going to be in for some rain, but once again, yeah, the rain could move on, and we could end up with the sunny afternoon. It'll be interesting to see. So as I've always said, the mountains make their own weather, so just be interesting when we get up over this range down into the next one. A little bit further south, so sometimes just being half an hour to an hour north or south of where you are can also obviously change the weather as well. So, but really enjoying these lovely mountains, as you can probably see in the background, the trees and the mountains around me, just stunning countryside. So we will see how we get on. Well, we're just coming up over the top of the range now, and as you can see by the windscreen, I've left the wipers off deliberately. It is raining, really gently raining, but yeah, just enough to make things wet, as you can see. The cloud is quite low up here, so it will be interesting once we get a little bit further north, or further south, sorry, just to see how we end up. But yeah, it's just a light rain at the moment, nothing heavy, almost like a mountain mist if you like. But as I said, just enough to dampen everything down, so yeah, it will be interesting to see how we end up. Alright, just pulled into Urbanville for a pie, grab some chocolate for tonight. Good news is it's nice and sunny and dry here. It's 13 degrees outside, but just beautiful weather, so that's really promising. There is a bit of cloud around obviously still, but a little bit of low cloud here and there, but certainly where we are now in this valley around Urbanville, it's beautiful, nice and dry. There's no sign of rain today, so fingers crossed that'll all work out nicely for us. On the scout now, also look out for a bit of firewood now that we're in a dry area. Got a bit of firewood in the car with me, but always great, as you know, just to grab some along the way as well if we can, so keep an eye out for that. But now it's looking very promising. just coming down the side of the mountain now down to the river. It's just ridiculous how a grown man can get excited like an 8-year-old boy when he gets close to the campsite. Really keen to see what it looks like, to be honest. Bit of sunshine out at the moment, which is great. The road's nice and dry. It's the tiniest of little dirt roads. It's actually got grass in the middle of it in certain sections, so I can see why the graders have been out trying to keep it looked after. Some of the potholes you could probably lose a caravan in. You can see me bouncing around here. It's pretty rough. That's just fine, but as you see, a bit of sunshine just coming into the car now. So yes, very keen to get down and have a look, I'll be honest. Well, this is the river we're looking to camp on. As you can see, lovely broad river. Absolutely stunning, nice big rock faces on the other side there. Just swing around and show you the other side of the car. Running quite well, which is always excellent. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to have a mosey around here now, see what we can find as far as the campsite is concerned. Okay, so this is where we found ourselves. Just come in off the road here on this little tractor there. The road's up over the back here. Nice big grassy area here. Should be able to get a chin up on the flat spot on the top here somewhere, which will be nice. That way it'll drain off if it does rain overnight. And the river's down here, so we're just going to have a bit of an explore and have a look and see what we can find. There's a fire pit here, which is great. I can see someone set up a fire there already. So that's great. So we're just going to have a look and see what we can see as far as access to the water. Oh, look at that. That is fantastic. All right, let's get this camp set up and we'll go and see if I can find myself some firewood. Really disappointing that you can see here that people have been here before and they've trashed all through the fire. Really don't know what goes through their minds when they think about that, but anyway, that's fine. But yeah, we will set up camp and we will see how we end up with a campfire tonight. Well guys, the camp's all set up. Just come down to the river here to have a bit of a look. Absolutely stunning this time of the day. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So the bank behind me here is just providing some lovely shade. I'll just show you on the camera what I'm looking at. Just absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, we've got some nice blue skies going on there. Really nice. Did come over a little bit cooler before, but rain clouds held off. So I can't complain. Just going to go up now, get some twigs, get the fire all set up, and we might have a cold beer. So as you can probably see under the table there, I've dug out all the rubbish out of the fire. Clouds are starting to get a little bit dark over the back of the camp here, but still relatively high. There's a couple of fat ones up in here, but at this point in time it's not looking too bad. You can see it coming up over the back of the ridge at the back here as well. So the weather's actually coming up over this way. So we'll just have to see how we go. But it's certainly a beautiful evening out here. Really nice to have the campfire going now. Beautiful evening. The clouds are thin right back out again. All those dark clouds have disappeared. Just patchy clouds. The moon's out now, which is lovely. Just on 4:45, so about 45 minutes I'll make some dinner. Once again, just want to cook in the light rather than the dark. Didn't get the light show I was looking for this evening. I was really hoping that this ridge line in front of me here would be lit up by the sun and we get some across the water and some lovely reflections, but that didn't occur, so that's okay. We'll get up nice and early in the morning at about 6 AM, 6:30, have a coffee and get out some footage on the water. Probably my favourite time of the day, this first thing in the morning. You get the birds coming in, you get the bird songs and so forth, and obviously that golden light, so very keen to get up nice and early and do that. So just going to relax now, and yeah, about 5:30 we'll cook up some dinner. Just an easy chicken burger tonight, which is great, and just enjoy the evening. Yum. Well, it turned out that cooking dinner early was a great thing. The rain has just kicked in, guys. Finished my dinner, the chicken burger, which I cooked on the campfire, which was absolutely beautiful. But just as I'm finishing that, I could just feel a pitter patter on top of my head, and down came the rain. Just very light rain, but just enough to soak everything, which is a bit frustrating, but look, that's okay. At least I got dinner made. So I've packed everything up, put it back into the car, got myself some chocolate out of the esky. I've downloaded some movies to my iPad. So what I'm thinking is, rather than lying in the tent where it's not as comfortable as sitting up to watch movies and read books and so forth, I'm just going to sit in the car here for the next hour or two. I'm just looking at the campfire to see if it's still going outside. The rain is starting to come down a little bit heavier now, so it's nice and warm and dry in here. So just going to relax, and yeah, a bit later on tonight, 8:30, 9 o'clock, if the rain starts to dissipate, I'll jump into the tent and get some sleep. But for the moment, just going to relax in the car. Well, we're waking up to a very foggy morning. Lots of low-level cloud. You can just see the sky peeking through up here now. The entire campsite is just covered in low-level cloud. Makes for a very nice morning. Had a lovely crow wake me up at 6:30, which was great. Dust myself off, get out of bed, and yeah, just having the first coffee for the morning now. Sitting by the fire warming up, and then we'll see what we can get from a footage point of view. Perfectly still down here this morning. Beautiful blue kingfisher just working the water at the moment, which is interesting. Just seeing the mist starting to lift off the water now. So I expect in another 15 or 20 minutes we'll get a little bit of light. There's a bit up on the ridge in front of us there, further around you can see the pink light coming onto that. So just looking forward to that light now coming down to the rest of the river here. Well, it's 9:20, just having a bacon and egg roll for breakfast. The sun's well and truly up, drying the tent out, which is fantastic. Got a little bit of footage this morning. Unfortunately, the low level cloud and fog stopped any of the golden light that I was looking for, which is a pity, but that's all right. So just going to have this, probably head down the other end of the river, across the bridge. It's a nice big flat area there coming up some rapids, so thinking about casting a line in there. So I'm going to have this breakfast, clean up the campsite just a little bit, and then just head down there in the car and then come back and when the tent's dry and we can head off then. So yeah, it's another stunning day, guys. Just that one shower last night, which is fantastic. So what you can see here is a bunch of concrete pillars or pyramids that were built back in the Second World War. They stand about 1.5 meters tall, and they were put in place by the defence services back in those days as a defence against the Japanese invasion. Now the Japanese would come in from the top end of Australia through Darwin, etc., and they decided they would draw a line between Brisbane and Adelaide across to Perth, The idea being that they would place these to stop the Japanese tanks coming down. The Japanese tanks are a lot smaller and lighter, and by stringing these together with chains and wire through rivers and ravines and roads, etc., they'll be able to successfully stop the Japanese invasion coming south. So the idea then, all the people in northern Australia would then be obviously relocated back down to the bottom half of Australia, and from there they would then stand their defences against the Japanese coming in, because once they can't get their tanks through, they're then on foot, and that's then obviously more of a hand-to-hand fight. So yeah, just a little bit of history about the area. Well, I've often heard it said that lures are actually designed to catch fishermen, not fish, but I've got this little guy here from Tasmania, similar to the one I used last time a couple of videos back. So just going to toss it in here now and see what we can find. Also got a couple of other old metal style lures and little baby trout, that type of thing as well. So we'll give this guy a go first. It's a really good casting lure as far as distance is concerned, so that's really good for these bigger rivers. So we'll give it a go and we'll see how we get on. Well, no luck with the fishing, unfortunately. The river's in great condition, but maybe not deep enough here, I'm not sure. But look, to be honest guys, I'm not the best fisherman, so who knows? You need to come back with an expert who actually knows where the fish might be sitting, what sort of lures to use, maybe fly fishing, not sure. But look, that's all good fun. About an hour of that. It's now got on to 10:15, so go back to camp, start drying out some of the stuff in the tent, and start slowly packing up. Might leave the rug set up to go a bit further up the river, see if I can find some deeper pools. It's fairly shallow here, and see if we can get some luck there. So we'll see how we get on. Well, it's 11:30 in the morning, just decamping now. Have a look on Gaia Maps here. I've loaded the maps down into my phone, which now shows them on my screen in my car through Apple CarPlay, which is great. The camp spot a little further down this road, so I'm just going to go and have a bit of a bow peep at that. Unfortunately, the road does deviate away from the river, so I won't be able to do any more fishing by the look of it. But look, the rod's still set up there in the back, so if I do find a nice deep hole somewhere, I'll pull in and have a cast or two. So just going to mosey down here and see what we can find from this camp spot. Certainly that one was fantastic, lots of great areas. There was probably about another 8 people or 8 camp setups in the same area, which was great. But you've got enough room where you're all apart from each other. No facilities at all, which I like. So you are bush camping. And yeah, it was great. There was just no noise at all. It's fantastic. There was no people playing music, etc. Sorry, there was a car coming down another road there. So yeah, that was great. So look, definitely one of the other camp spots I will put on Gaia as I come back to. Because I do like these camps where there is no facilities, because it just keeps out a lot more of the volume of people and so forth, and you just generally get a lot less people camping in these areas, which is great. So yeah, we're down to this next camp spot, have a look at that as well, and then probably turn around and start heading for home. Well, this campsite is a bit of a mystery. I can see it on the map out to my right down on the side of the hill here, but I cannot find anywhere any entranceway to any camp area. A couple of locked gates that have mailboxes on them, so I'm assuming they're someone's property or farm. Turns out the campsite I was looking for was actually the farm I just went past. There was a big sign on the gate saying that there's a campground. It's 2,500 acres. So look, I'll keep that up my sleeve for the future. They do have things like running hot showers and so forth, so you're probably going to get a lot more campers into a place like that. People in camper trailers and caravans and the like, so probably not my cup of tea, to be honest. Much prefer to be out camping where I camped last night, so that's okay, good to know. As I said, I always like to research something on the way home from a camp. It's just a great way to spend the day looking around the area and seeing other opportunities to camp, so we'll just keep going and see what we can find. Okay, so that wraps up another video. Absolutely brilliant weekend. Glad I took the punt on the weather. As you can see outside, it's a beautiful sunny day again. Just got that one set of rain last night just after dinner, which was fine. Sat in the car for probably about 45 minutes till the rain stopped. Got back out, stoked the fire back up, and was able to have a cup of tea and just chill and relax again, which was absolutely fantastic. As far as the actual camp spot was concerned, really great. It's probably one of the better ones I've been to. No facilities, which I love. It keeps a lot of the campers away. As I said in one of the earlier videos, there was probably about 8 other campers there set up with different bits and pieces, so but didn't really see them at all, didn't hear from them at all, which was just fantastic. So that one will stay on Gaia map as I go back to camp spot, which is great. And as I said, just really glad I took the punt on the weather. Turned out to be an absolutely stunning weekend. Didn't get the footage I was hoping to this morning, the lovely morning golden light because of the fog, but yeah, what are you going to do? That is the mountains, as I've said. They have a tendency to do what they want to do, so all good. But just wanted to thank you all again for following me this week. Thank you to my 23 subscribers. Appreciate you guys following me. And I look forward to seeing you all in a fortnight. Bye for now.